Okay. Good evening, friends in India. It's really pleasure to be with you and talking to you about this subject of utmost importance in these days. And title is little witty, battle of wits. To be honest, till yesterday evening, I was not sure what I'm going to talk to you about today. But then a friend of mine, I can name him, he would be in the webinar, and he came from Jaipur, my school time friend, hurled me with heaps of questions. And the major question I picked up to answer, which is a question for everybody, that the question is very simple. It's a global question. Where do you meet? Who is going to win with you as an individual, virus or you? It's a battle of wits. Whose strategy is much better to really whether virus takes over or you survive the world? And that is what I thought I'll. Once it gets an access, then it's a game. It multiplies and takes over the control of our house. And that is what it is. Now, let us tell a little about this virus. This is SARS-CoV-19 or SARS-CoV-2. This virus are not new. Let me tell you, we have had a SARS infection before. Every year, viral infection and flu kills 0.1% of the population, but there is no hue and cry. People die. He had a fever and he died. Only difference with this virus is that this is a new virus. It is a usual virus for the animal and mammalian infection. For the first time, it has been transmitted to human beings. So the human beings are not used to it. We don't have an immunity. Now, another word of caution that everybody doesn't get the virus. Why? Have you asked this question? Why people don't get a virus? So I put them into three categories. One of them, those who are contagious and symptoms. These are the people who are vulnerable to such things. Those who are not caring for their body, they have a lax lifestyle, they have already existing diseases, and these are the people who are vulnerable. They call old people, those who already have immune compromised their system, resistance is poor. Another interesting factor, most of the Indian falls in this group, which is asymptomatic carriers. Only 5% of them, as per the global data, it varies from country to country, really get a sick disease. So 95% of us are going to be fine. Only our objective is that we don't fall into the category of this. But as a responsible citizen, we have a responsibility, because one asymptomatic person, if he's careless in not socially distancing or not following the guidelines decided by the government in terms of isolating, which is difficult, then you are likely to infect 4 people. Okay, to prove my point, what is the body's mechanism to deal with such infections? And you see that human cells, the number of cells in human beings, is a work done by Bruce Lipton, is 3.7 into 10 raised to 13, which is close to 37 trillion cells we have in the body. Of these, if you see the action potential, usually question is asked how much energy we have in our body. So if you take the inside the cell and outside cell, the action potential difference is 0.7 volt per cell. So rough calculation, taking a population of 50 trillion cells, is 3 trillion volts of power we have. People have researched to use human body as a powerhouse of electricity. Now, once we have this electricity, there is no ambiguity about the question that we have that much of energy. Now it's our prerogative, how do we use this energy? This is a very interesting phenomenon, fight and flight and fight and flight. This happens, the human body is made from the times that, say for example, there would be a tiger. then you can divert your energy to run away from that situation. And for that short period of time, you have all these factors, which is cortisol release, blood pressure increase, sugar will increase, and it will depress the immune system. Whole lot of things I don't want to tell you. But this body has been designed to have such a diversion of energy for a very short period of time. But now this has become perennial. All the times we are we are suffering because we are in some kind of external or internal stress. That is totally our prerogative to, because when your hormones are diverted to fight and flight, they do not do their usual immune system. So immune system suffers for that period of time. And that's why it's very important to it. One of the things is the media. We all like to watch updates, how many people died in my area and how many people died in my country, whether it is going up or not. To me, it looks like when I watch the media continuously, it looked like media is giving an update on where is my number in the queue. So mind you, media is one of the most important things. Not that don't keep informed, but be careful. That is what is really creating a negative vibe and generation in you. Smokers, mind you, please, a word of caution. Definitely, it lowers your immune system. It really is not making your body good to fight. Obesity is one of the factors which has come in the published papers. So, and these are not one-time things. You ask me a question, quick fix. How can I overcome SARS-CoV-19? Very little I can tell you. But mind you, this is not the last virus. This is not the first viral infection we have had. If you have a sense of the wind, you should be prepared for more biological disaster. I don't wish that, but that should give you a peacetime preparation. A horse can be prepared, is trained for continuously, not just before the derby. First thing what you do, I know that we live in the same house, but it is very difficult to live in the same house with all members present in the same house at all the time. There are bound to be things you don't like. There are bound to be things they don't like about you. First thing is don't suppress anything. Find out and vent out something. Let it be anger. Let it be displeasure. Let it be what you don't like. First lesson of don't let the stress pent up. If you keep the stress pent up, it is bound to rebound and kick you back in a big form, in the form of disease. These very capable ladies are going to talk about what to eat, what not to eat, but certainly you can protect or boost your immune system by, there is one question on how do I measure my immune system? You don't have to measure your immune system. Your body tells you if you have a signal about it. Immune system measures are there. We can measure the different kind of cells which fight the immune system, natural killer cells, cytokines, innate immunity. But that's not. That is, these tests have been designed for the people who have immune deficiency diseases, which are in very small group of patients. So I would like you to really think of what are your immune boosters. Physical exercise. Now, physical exercise I do by watch. And that is what it is. I have my target, whether it is rain, whether it is a lockout, whether I'm in a one-bedroom apartment, whether I'm open. Exercise to do in open is always good. It really throws away the negativity. But whatever it is, the bottom line is you have to log in that number of steps or whatever you say for that period of time. Last but not the least, I am a great believer in cohesive, or what you call the global consciousness. And all the events, there is evidence, plus I strongly believe all the events are shaped by what the collective herd thinks about it. You have a major contribution in shaping the events. Please shun negativity, talk positive. Don't think about that what is going to happen. Don't try to know the things before they happen. And I can tell you, we would be well off. Thank you very much. And I look forward to your questions and next two talks. Thank you.